Hey guys, this is a test for identification of water today. We have discussed how we can collect a gas. We have discussed different lab apparatuses as well. We have discussed the identification of different gases as well. So here now today we are going to discuss the test for identification of water. Yeah, water. We can drink water and we can say it's water. Guys, it is not possible in the lab. In chemistry lab, everything will be considered as a chemical, and you people are not allowed to touch it directly, and you people are not allowed to drink it, okay, and to test it with your with your taste buds that it is water or not, okay. So please be very vigilant about that, okay. So test for identification of water. Test for identification of water. Okay, so here there are two tests for identification of water. Okay, this is water. Pass it through copper sulfate anhydrous. It will change the color of anhydrous copper sulfate from white to blue. I will tell you many things on the next page. Okay, there is another test. And what is that? It is water, and we are passing it through cobalt chloride anhydrous, and there is a color change. And what is that? It is from blue to red. Okay, from blue to red. So this is the color change in case of cobalt chloride, and this is the color change in case of copper sulfate. Okay, let me change the board. Let me tell it to you. There is a term which is called as anhydrous. When a compound has no water molecules, when a compound has no water molecules, okay, and then there is a term hydrous. When a compound has water of crystallization, okay, I will tell you this term as well. When a compound has water molecules, you may say hydrous. When a compound has water molecules. Guys, one thing very clearly, hydrated and dehydrated are the terms in use in biology. So we are not going to use those terms here. So hydrous and anhydrous are the terms which are used for the description of presence of water or absence of water. Okay. There is another term, and that is called as water of crystallization. Okay. Water of crystallization. Crystallization. Let me tell you this definition very clearly. Those water molecules, those water molecules which are adjusted with a compound, during its formation. Those water molecules which are adjusted with a compound during its formation are called water of crystallization. Those molecules are called water of crystallization. Okay. So if water of crystallization is present, a compound is called as hydrous. And if water of crystallization is not present, that compound is called as anhydrous. Okay. So look at here. So it is copper sulfate. When it will be passed through water, it will be CuSO4 dot 5H2O. What is that dot? Dot is representative of water of crystallization. molecules as water of crystallization. Water of crystallization. Okay, now there can be another question. How do you know that there is a dot and then 5H2O? Do we have to memorize this? Yes. Guys, copper sulfate has always 5 water molecules as water of crystallization. This number can be variable as well, but for your convenience, you can keep this number in your mind. Okay, I'm telling it to you. This number can be variable, is variable, but you should keep this number in your mind for your convenience. Okay. So when copper sulfate has no water molecules adjusted with that, so then it is of white in color. But when it has copper sulfate has water of crystallization, then its color changes from white to blue. So if copper sulfate is white, then you should know this thing that it has water of crystallization adjusted with that. Okay, guys, one more thing which I would like to tell you. This is the formula of carbon monoxide, capital C, capital O. This is carbon monoxide, and this is capital C, small o. Capital C small o is called as cobalt, whereas capital C capital O is called as carbon monoxide. Make the difference between the two. I have told it to you very, very clearly. Okay. Then I am telling you on this page. So here cobalt chloride, and when we have added water into it, it will be cobalt chloride hexa water molecules. What is the meaning of hexa? Means 6 water molecules are adjusted with that. So when water molecules are not present in with cobalt chloride, it is called as anhydrous, and when they are present, it is called as hydrous. Okay, so it is of what color? It is of blue color without water, and it is of what color? It is of red color with water. So keep that difference clearly in your mind. Keep this thing fixed in your mind. This is really very important regarding paper point of view. You might be thinking that she is saying with every topic it is important regarding paper point of view. Guys, there is an 80 marks theory paper, and the point is this, that sometimes examiner is asking 1 mark question, 2 mark question. Okay, over there these all small things can play very important role for those students who are willing to score an A star and nothing less than A star. It is very important to pay attention on all these little details. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Thank you, take care.